Boys 59-42. And of course, looking at St. Andrews, 18 of 31 in the field goals, 8 of 11, at 3 points, 15 of 19 on free throws, and 17 rebounds, as well as 11 turnovers for St. Andrews. Boonville, 32 points on the day, 12 of 35 on the field goals. They also were 3 of 14 on the three-point baskets, where they were successful throughout this tournament, not so successful today on the three-point field goals, only 3 of 14. Free throws, 5 of 10 on the day, rebounds 25, and then, of course, turnovers, they turned the ball over 15 times. 59-32 is the final today as St. Andrews beats Boonville. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll carry on. We're going to get you set for Olive Branch and Germantown. This is the Farm Bureau Game Break Show. Back with more in a minute.
Takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Who says you can't get a second chance? Stop hesitating and start to learn by doing. Take control of your future. Whether you're a high school dropout or non-traditional student, the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program helps you compete for jobs, get hired, and stay employed. Get the skills you need to earn better pay in booming industries like healthcare, welding, culinary arts, manufacturing, and many more. Forge ahead with your dreams at no cost. Sign up for the My Best program today.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh, and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I really love my family, but we've been spending a lot of time together recently. I think I'm ready for college.
You just started long division.
Mom, that's why there's a calculator on the iPad.
Plus, we're only halfway done with your Max Plan.
What's a Max Plan?
It's what Mississippians use to save for college and impact to prepay.
Well, I know what I want.
Your own iPad?
No, a contribution to my Max Plan.
This is the Farm Bureau Game Break Show. Jake Wimberly, glad to be with you on the set today of the 2021 MHSA State Championships. We're going to get you set for Olive Branch and Germantown coming up here in just a bit. We got right now joining us to my left. He is the executive director of the MHSA. Mr. Ricky Reeves joins us kind enough to give us some time. Mr. Reeves, I always appreciate your time today. Let me ask you this. First off, we got football in. That was a success. Basketball, we've had a great 3 days now. We got 2 more ball games of basketball. What's it been like for you guys? I know we talked back during football, but now just kind of an update, a state of the program, shall we say?
Well, it's been a tough year on us and all of our schools. Would like to say, aside from COVID, we had the ice storm here a few weeks back that interrupted our playoffs. But our schools band together, and we got through those, playing 3 rounds in 1 week to set the stage for our semifinals and finals here at the Big House. Our crowds here have been great. They've been very cooperative, following all the regulations set forth by the CDC and our governor and us, and following our SMAC committee's recommendation. It's been a great turnout along with great games, and if you haven't been down to see these kids play, you've really missed something.
We're back at the Big House just like we were for football back at the Vet. I think that everybody likes it. I mean, everybody, seems to have had said nothing but great things about being back here where we've seen years and years of great basketball.
It's been great here. A lot of tradition in this building. As far as the basketball tournament goes on, the staff here at the Coliseum has done a great job of remodeling and fixing it up. It has a great aesthetic look to it. Our schools love coming here, and just can't say enough about the support we've got.
Basketball-wise, I mean, we've seen the state of Mississippi get better and better each year, much like football. I mean, the quality on the girls' side to the boys' side, the coaching, the play, it's tremendous, is it not?
It's tremendous. We have some of the best players in the nation representing Mississippi. We just witnessed one in the 3A game with the Bolden kid. Not only a great athlete, but a great student. I think in this game that we're about to have, we have the number 3 girls prospect in the nation for a 10th grader playing in it. The other night we had a 6'3", 7th grader playing that already made recruiting lists. So the state of Mississippi continues to turn out not just great athletes, but great student athletes.
Let's get you out of here with this. We got baseball coming up. What's next after baseball? Obviously, then you guys are going to be resetting, getting ready for another year as we'll kick football off before you know it.
Yes, we still have powerlifting, all of our spring sports going on. We're anxious to get them in. Be great to get outside, and as the country gets better with the COVID, hopefully everyone will come out and we'll get back to normal. And by the grace of God, we'll have a great next year and regular year.
Ricky Reeves, he is Executive Director of the MHSA. Mr. Reeves, I always appreciate your time on the network. Got to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll carry on. Farm Bureau Game Break Show. We're going to get you set for Olive Branch and Germantown coming your way here in just a bit.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
Who says you can't get a second chance? Stop hesitating and start to learn by doing. Take control of your future. Whether you're a high school dropout or non-traditional student, the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program helps you compete for jobs, get hired, and stay employed. Get the skills you need to earn better pay in booming industries like healthcare, welding, culinary arts, manufacturing, and many more. Forge ahead with your dreams at no cost. Sign up for the My Best program today.
Everyone banks differently. Sam banks at midnight. Lucy banks carefully. Trey banks on the fly. Jane actually banks at the bank.
Hi, Jane.
And they all bank with Bank Plus. From money management and Zelle payments to mobile account control and extended hours. Bank Plus helps you bank whenever, wherever, however you bank. Your bank, your plus. Bank Plus.
I really love my family, but we've been spending a lot of time together recently. I think I'm ready for college.
You just started long division.
Mom, that's why there's a calculator on the iPad.
Plus, we're only halfway done with your Max Plan.
What's a Max Plan?
It's what Mississippians use to save for college and impact to prepay.
Well, I know what I want.
Your own iPad?
No, a contribution to my Max Plan.
2021 MHSA State Championships. We're in Jackson, Mississippi, the Mississippi Coliseum, the historic Big House, as we are on our way to the end of the day. We still got 2 more games to play. We're going to come up here just a bit. Olive Branch, Germantown. We've had 2 games so far today. First off today, Belmont, they get their 12th title of the history of the school over Kossuth today, 56-55 in an overtime ball game. Also, St. Andrews defeats Boonville 59-32 today as Rashad Bolden puts on a show. Coming up now, though, Olive Branch at Germantown. Let's take a look at the bracket real quickly while we've got a moment and tell you how we got to where we are today. And, of course, again, coming up tonight, we'll have the 6A Boys Championship between Clinton and Starkville. When we look at the 6A girls bracket right here, Olive Branch defeated Madison Central in the quarterfinals 78-59. Meridian knocked out Gulfport 59-37. Germantown on the lower half, who's playing in this ball game, won 69-55 over Tupelo. and Harrison Central defeated Brandon 60-50. In the second round, Olive Branch gets a victory 73-53 over Meridian. Germantown over Harrison Central 55-32, and that's how we are where we are today as Olive Branch, who's 24-1, comes in 14 straight wins under Jason Thompson, trying to get their 25th win. And Germantown 14-3 under Jamie Glasgow, trying to get their title as well. We're going to kick it to Josh West, who's on the call tonight for this ball game. We'll be back for one more later on in a bit. This has been the Farm Bureau Game Break Show, 2021 MHA State Championships, Olive Branch, Germantown, coming your way in just a bit.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
Who says you can't get a second chance? Stop hesitating and start to learn by doing. Take control of your future. Whether you're a high school dropout or non-traditional student, the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program helps you compete for jobs, get hired, and stay employed. Get the skills you need to earn better pay in booming industries like healthcare, welding, culinary arts, manufacturing, and many more. Forge ahead with your dreams at no cost. Sign up for the My Best program today.
Everyone banks differently. Sam banks at midnight. Lucy banks carefully. Trey banks on the fly. Jane actually banks at the bank.
Hi, Jane.
And they all bank with Bank Plus. From money management and Zelle payments to mobile account control and extended hours. Bank Plus helps you bank whenever, wherever, however you bank. Your bank, your plus. Bank Plus.
I really love my family, but we've been spending a lot of time together recently. I think I'm ready for college.
You just started long division.
Mom, that's why there's a calculator on the iPad.
Plus, we're only halfway done with your Max plan.
What's a Max plan?
It's what Mississippians use to save for college and impact to prepay.
Well, I know what I want.
Your own iPad?
No, a contribution to my Max plan.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it for Frazier. Jordan to the end zone. What a catch. Micaiah touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
Basketball championships, the final night, games 35 and 36, and it starts with the 6A girls final. We got Olive Branch looking for a three-peat, 24-1 on the year against a Germantown team that has overcome adversity, looking for their first ever state championship. Good evening, everyone, and welcome courtside. Josh West alongside my partner, Gina Skelton. Welcome in once again. This is going to be a good one. Again, a Germantown team that is just finding a way to overcome, and an Olive Branch team that's on the verge of more greatness.
Oh, yes. Germantown's looking to push the basketball, but they also want to be able to dictate when they run and when they want to get in their half court. Now, for Olive Branch, they want to run. They want a fast-paced game, pressure defense, 94 feet for 32 minutes.
Let's take a look at our key player for Germantown, Madison Booker, five-star talent, do-it-all player, is a 6'1" guard.
She is an all-around player. She's already, like you mentioned, a five-star recruit. She has great court awareness. She can handle the ball, shoot the J. She can post you up, step out and shoot the three ball, or she can send you shot into the bleachers.
And then on the other side for Olive Branch, Rayma Pegues, another player that had 24 in the semifinals. Very talented, undersized, underrated.
Yes, she's a 5'8" junior guard. another all-around player, plays much bigger than what she is. She's quick, she's strong, she plays in guards, multiple positions, a three-point specialist. She can also take you for a ride to the basket.
Very quickly, let's get to our Farm Bureau keys to the game. First for Germantown. Coach, what do the Mavs have to do to get the win?
They want to limit their turnovers. They do not want to give Olive Branch any extra possessions. They also want to handle their pressure. They want to break their press, but they want to make good decisions on attacking the basket or pulling it out to make them play a half-court defense.
And then for Olive Branch, they've got to have that transition offense dictate. They've also got to contain those stars for the Lady Mavs.
No doubt about it.
And so for our keys, or I should say the starting lineups, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. We'll look at those coming up after the break as we will pause for the national anthem. We'll be back to the Mississippi Coliseum in just a moment. 6A girls final on tap. You're watching the NFHS Network.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I really love my family, but we've been spending a lot of time together recently. I think I'm ready for college.
You just started long division.
Mom, that's why there's a calculator on the iPad.
Plus, we're only halfway done with your Max plan.
What's a Max plan?
It's what Mississippians use to save for college, an impact to prepay.
Well, I know what I want.
Your own iPad?
No, a contribution to my Max plan.
Everyone banks differently. Sam banks at midnight. Lucy banks carefully. Trey banks on the fly. Jane actually banks at the bank.
Hi, Jane.
And they all bank with Bank Plus. From money management and Zelle payments to mobile account control and extended hours. Bank Plus helps you bank whenever, wherever, however you bank. Your bank, your plus. Bank Plus.
Here we are back in the big house, the girls 6A championship, and the starting lineups being introduced. Let's take a look at those Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi starting lineups. We'll start first for Coach Jamie Glasgow and the Germantown Lady Mavericks. Here they are for the second time in 3 years. You follow Booker, but she's got a lot of players around her that can do a lot of nice things as well.
Yes, she does. You know, she has a lot of help from Elena Rouser. She's the second leading scorer on the team with 12.9 points and 10.7 rebounds. And then her surrounding cast. Everybody plays their role really well.
And then for Olive Branch, the Lady Keystores 24-1. Jason Thompson is in the midst of building a dynasty, and he's got just the two top players, Howell and Pegues, are special.
Oh, yes. You know, and he already built one at H.W. Byers, where he won 6 state championships. But both of these young ladies are special. You know, both juniors, both of them will be playing in the North All-Star game, so that's going to be a treat. That's going to be March 20th at Mississippi College, so anybody that was not able to come today or watch today, then you need to check them out in that All-Star game.
Let's meet the third member of our crew now. TJ Wary is standing by. TJ, honored to finally get to work with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Josh, and it's glad to join both of you tonight. I was talking to Olive Branch head coach Jason Thompson before the game, and he said there's been no let-up with this crew as they go for their third straight state championship. As a matter of fact, he says you could call them a team of destiny. When it comes to Germantown, meanwhile, they started the season season a little slow, 1-2, but don't let that record deceive you. They had to deal with a bunch of COVID issues. Players were quarantined, but head coach Shane Glasgow told me before the game that those issues actually helped bring their team closer together because other players who normally might not get some run were able to get some quality minutes, and obviously it paid off as they're playing for a state championship tonight.
TJ, and you know, you've got some numbers to put to that story that especially in particular Germantown went through. When you look at all the days they missed, the games that were canceled, remarkable to look at all these numbers.
There's no doubt about it. You know, they didn't start school until September. Then they missed 18 days in November, 15 days in December. They had to cancel 13 games. And Josh, nothing takes the place of game experience. Also, the other thing that it interferes with is, of course, your physical conditioning and then your reps, as far as getting all the young ladies enough reps to make sure they know what they're doing.
Well, you're exactly right. And just to be able to put it all together in a short window when the expectations were so high, I feel like the expectations add another layer of pressure. And it's a lot to talk about that you're not thinking about that, you're not worried about it, but it's always in the back of your mind because as great players and great coaches, you put that pressure a little bit on yourself. Your expectations are higher than anything outside of your program or outside of yourself.
That's correct. And Germantown coach, told us that they've just been very resilient. They had to do a lot of work in a short amount of time. And they basically were just grateful to get back to school and be able to play, have something that was back to close to being normal, as normal as possible.
Well, we've got a young fan watching in down in the Pine Belt area who has been battling seizures, underwent an MRI this past couple of weeks. I want to say a special hello to Josh and Harold Patrick. They're watching, and our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, and hope you enjoy the game tonight. Everybody around the state's going to be in for a treat.
Yes, they are.
So here we go. It is Germantown, the basketball in the front court. And Germantown, if they win a championship, it'll be their just 15th win of the season. Remarkable, coming in at 14-3 with their record. There's a travel call, and that travel going against the Lady Mavs.
She dragged that foot just a little bit, but that relentless pressure that Olive Branch has made a name on caused that turnover.
Here's a three, shorts, and the rebound. Still loose on the floor, and it's going to lead to a three that's off the iron. Three goes up for Pegues. She pours it in. Did not hit a three in that 20-point semifinal win over Meridian in that 24-point effort. Didn't have to. Dominated at the rim. Hits one there. And a foul on the other end. And it is on Pegues. So Rama picks up her first.
Pegues is averaging 17 points a game, and as I mentioned earlier, she can just do it all. She's just so skilled offensively.
It will be now Olive Branch basketball after the turnover. If you look out on the floor tonight and you see Hannah Duran, the senior, normally wears 13 or 31. She's in, well, I believe, yeah, there she is in 13 tonight. So I wanted to let you know where she was on the floor. For those watching, they do have the dark numerals on the dark jersey. And so a little bit tough to see. Booker, the deep three, short, and nearly an offensive rebound. But it went through the hands of Sanders. Drive. Yeah. Good. Wow. How about that from Trinity, please?
She's their little spark plug now, Josh. She can make some big plays on both ends. Just a little feisty player.
Foul is going to be on Marion Jenkins, who picks up her first. And the free throw's good. Fast start for the Lady Key Stores. Ball loose, finally picked up. Pass too high, but off the fingertips that time. Down low of Brene Eason, the senior.
Substitution, Mavericks. Number 2, Reagan.
This is a game early on here for Madison Booker in her career, just as sophomore, where she's got to have one of those special nights.
Yes, she does. I'd like to see her energize up some. You know, she was able to control most of the semifinal game. They slowed it down a bit, but in this one, I think it's going to be a lot faster pace.
Good energy there to keep it alive and tap it over to her teammate, Reagan Jordan. Drive, layup, good. 2 more for Pegues. Coach Glasgow going to avoid the early timeout at the moment, where they're having probably the challenge more so than anything. It's been some great shots by Olive Branch, but they have really been smothered by the defense of the Lady Keystores here early.
Oh, listen, they're coming after that basketball.
Offensive foul is on Germantown.
And an offensive foul, and it's going to go on Hannah Duran, her first. And there is the timeout. Coach Glasgow burns that timeout. And, you know, we thought it might come right before that offensive possession. Would not have been surprised, certainly after. But here's Pegues again. So good right around the rim.
A lefty. I like that.
We'll see it again from another angle. Was almost blocked, but again, her ability to not let what's going on around her and her periphery
good body
affect
control.
her focus.
Very good body control. She had 24 points in the semifinal game in their win over Meridian.
There you see Coach Jason Thompson. You mentioned all those titles, looking for number 9. That's a big number.
Big.
I don't know if gargantuan might be a better word. I mean, these aren't easy. There's a deflection and a steal. Elena Rouser finally gets her eyes up the floor, but the pass is too tall, and an early opportunity goes by the wayside for the Lady Mavs.
Overthrew her just a little bit. Maybe Germantown has a few little butterflies to get out. Hopefully they'll settle down in just a few minutes.
Both of these teams dominant. Germantown won by 23 over Harrison Central. Olive Branch by 20 over Meridian. And Germantown just trying to find their way here in this game for the second time in 3 years. Leaning.
A little shuffle. A little shuffle.
I've known Coach Glasgow going all the way back to her time at Ridgeland. Spent a couple of years at Ridgeland High School. Now she's been in Germantown since the school opened for the last 10 years, but watching Jamie develop has been fun to watch. Leaning shot, missed, and a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to be on the Lady Keysters, and then it's going to be on Addison Howell. That's going to be her first. The All-Star, she'll play in that North-South All-Star game.
Yeah, Howell's actually their leading scorer with 21 points a game. She loves to bang and play on the block. She's another one that can guard all 5 positions.
First point for Germantown comes 3 minutes and 34 seconds into this game. And they've yet to hit a field goal, and they split the pair. And there goes Pegues doing what she does. Just doing such a good job on the boards, such a good job around the rim. Nice crossover. Can't believe she missed it. That might be the first layup she's missed here in the big house this year, but Black's there to clean it up. Lead is swelled to 9. Nice pass, nice cut, and a lay-in for Rouser, and that comes right at the 4-minute mark to go here. And a turnover force for Germantown. So as Duran getting set to inbound it, maybe Germantown starting to find their way here in this opening quarter.
Have a mismatch if they'll come over this way with Booker.
Booker is looking for a cutter, miscommunication. Well, the intensity on her face right now. And now I think they've gotten it squared away as to what they want to do here. High post. Shooting over the top of a double team. A good look. Would not fall for Rouser, the freshman. Extra pass. And a layup missed. And Booker grabs a rebound. Too unselfish there. If you're Pegues, you go ahead and shoot that.
Possibly, but now she saw Booker right there.
Long two by Booker.
That was a long two.
Very long. Little mini 4-0 run here for the Lady Mavs. Under 3 to go opening quarter. And the pass taken away. Great anticipation by the Mavs. And boy, that time, Germantown missed an open player, being Reagan Jordan, the freshman in the open floor.
That's a big foul right there.
That is number 2 on Pegues.
Right.
Substitution Olive Branch.
So Pegues out. Then Olive Branch checking in. There's a jersey swap for Olive Branch that we'll have to check on in a moment. Perhaps Deasia Jeffries, who normally wears 0, and comes in tonight with number 20. Pass inside, blocked down low by Rouser. 3 on the way, just strong. Three, well short. Smart play. And again, Coach, would you say that looks like Jeffries there?
I think so.
Pegues is coming back in offensively. Talk about trust in your star player for Coach Thompson. Brings her back in the opening quarter with 2 fouls.
Yeah, she's going to have to play really smart. And you know, Josh, we've seen several players this week, some of the better players on the team, or should I say key players, might not be their leading scorers, but key players get in foul trouble, and it helped affect the outcome of the game. Mentioning Meridian's DeBrisha Poe, she only ended up with 6 points in that game because she was in foul trouble very early. And then the same thing for Kelsey Andrews on Holmes County. That phenom 7th grader that everyone's talking about these days.
Offensive foul against Olive Branch. And let's go to TJ now. TJ, what you got for us?
Well, you know, Jamie Glasgow took that quick timeout there early in this first quarter, just talking to her team, reminding them about their execution and their effort. And obviously the effort is picked up here in this first quarter, able to kind of quell this tide by Olive Branch. Now they just get a little more execution, but they seem to be playing much better here in this first quarter.
The runner heading to the rim will send Germantown back to the line, and the fouls are starting to add up on Olive Branch. Foul is on Amaya Black, her first. That last foul was either on Howell or Please, I believe, and so we'll have to check that in between quarters. Free throw is up and no good by Reagan Jordan. Here comes Alea Richmond. So I'm 99.9% that number 20 is Deasia Jeffries. I need their numbers. Okay. I'm unashamed as I say I don't need the number changes. But I do believe that is Jeffries. Down there on the block. Free throw is up and no good. Speaking of number changes, Reagan Jordan wore number 10 in the semis. Throughout the year, she wore number 2 or number 3. So she has worn 3 different jerseys this year. Pass comes in, blocked down low. A good one by Black. Turning, shot, missed. Booker goes and gets it. Booker's
what court awareness, Josh.
falling down. Great rebound inside. In the finish by Rouser. 5 points for Rouser. Clearing out is Please. Pegues spins, leans, and scores. Well, you just got your answer while she's in the game with 2 fouls.
Yes.
That spin move would have been a perfect opportunity for somebody to step in and take the charge.
Offside. That's correct.
Rouser, 2 more. And Alana's on fire. The freshman's got 7. It's a 1-possession game. Nearly a travel. Pegues to the rim again. Missed. Challenge late by Duran. Booker double teamed. Doing a good job of finding the open teammate. Missed that time. Rouser goes and gets it. Booker was calling for it near the block.
Substitution for Germantown is number 33,
Marion Jenkins is coming in now.
And I don't know if everyone heard you or really noticed earlier, Rouser is a freshman. We have had so much young talent this week, so many.
Pass comes in, layup good, and the buzzer. A beauty. And so Jenkins scores, and it's a 1-point game after 1. Olive Branch hot early. Germantown tightens it up. 1 quarter in the books. Back to Jackson in a moment.
Creating a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Who says you can't get a second chance? Stop hesitating and start to learn by doing. Take control of your future. Whether you're a high school dropout or non-traditional student, the Mississippi Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program helps you compete for jobs, get hired, and stay employed. Get the skills you need to earn better pay in booming industries like healthcare, welding, culinary arts, manufacturing, and many more. Forge ahead with your dreams at no cost. Sign up for the My Best program today.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh, and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I really love my family, but we've been spending a lot of time together recently. I think I'm ready for college.
You just started long division.
Mom, that's why there's a calculator on the iPad.
Plus, we're only halfway done with your Max plan.
What's a Max plan?
It's what Mississippians use to save for college and impact to prepay.
Well, I know what I want.
Your own iPad?
No, a contribution to my Max plan.
It was a 10-1 run for Olive Branch to start the game, and then a 10-2 run for Germantown to close the quarter. As we're back here at the Mississippi Coliseum, let's kick it back to TJ. TJ?
Hey, Josh, I'm here with State Treasurer David McRae. David, you've been here all week, but kind of tell the people at home what you guys have been up to.
Well, we're here from the Treasury to give away $500 scholarships at each halftime game. We have a shootout, a free throw shootout between 2 people, and the one that gets the most wins the $500 scholarship from the state of Mississippi and the Treasury. And it's just a good way to start paying for debt and helping alleviate that debt that kids normally graduate from college with.
What's your favorite part about it, getting in front of so many people over so many days?
Well, I love seeing the talent out here on the basketball court. I like meeting people and being seen and getting out and speaking about the Treasury today.
I thank you, Mr. Treasurer. Josh and Gina, back to you.
Good work as always, sir. Josh West alongside Gina Skelton. Gina, you're really scouring over that stat sheet. What jumped off the page at you?
Well, one of the things is the foul situation for Olive Branch. we've got Howell and Pegues both with 2 fouls, and that's the 2 leading scorers for Olive Branch. So when they're in the ball game, they're going to have to play really smart.
Rouser just picked up her first. Jenkins and Duran have a foul as well as the free throw is up and good by Amaya Black. She's got 3 points now. Had 6 points in the semis against Meridian. Second free throw good as well. Very interesting how the 2 4-minute stretches of that opening quarter played out. Booker splits a double team. Good look from straight away. Strong. Pegues tracks it down. Great look and a great effort to draw the foul inside by Howell. Great hands.
Foul is on Germantown, number 12, Alana Rouser.
Rouser just picks up her second personal foul, and she led all scorers along with Pegues with 7 in that opening quarter. So you've got the 2 leading scorers in this game with 2 fouls. Still 7.5 minutes to go before intermission. Nice play that time. Great anticipation by Sanders, and the officials say it is off of please. Coach Thompson in shock over on the sidelines. And the pass came nearly to us. You almost got a touch.
Just about. I wanted it.
She can shoot it, folks, from anywhere. Offensive foul. Oh, my goodness. Addison Howell just picked up her third. That is the risk you take, and Booker got there. Beat her to the spot. Pegues has got to be careful not to suffer the same fate.
Booker also has a very high basketball IQ. Knew where to be then to pick up that charge.
That was for the tie, and it's just short. Sheepish grin for Raven Sanders. She knows how close that was there. So you've got Howell with 3, Black with 1, Pegues with 2 fouls, and so now Germantown in the bonus for the rest of this half. They've got to stay aggressive and keep trying to get to the rim. The 3 banks home. Amaya Black might be that player that steps up if Howell gets into even further foul trouble. Again, Black had the 6 points in the semi, 7 already tonight.
Oh, and Josh, she can do it. She's very versatile, very highly skilled player. She's a combo guard.
Extra pass, great catch. That's tough for a post player to do. Jenkins made it look easy, went and caught it below her knees and went up for a second field goal. She's got 4.
Yeah, she's a really smart player. She goes hard on every possession. She's another North All-Star. They're going to be stacked.
Very much so. This is a young Germantown team. Yeah, I saw in your notes, we were comparing notes earlier this week. Sanders and Duran, the only seniors.
Yes.
That's bad news for everybody else on their schedule.
You know, then you look over here at Olive Branch, they only have 2 seniors also. And both teams have 2 ninth graders in the top 7.
Little fake pass, drive, layup, no, long rebound. Karem's out to please. A lot of contact, but officials let him play through. The miss, the rebound, stick back, no from Jeffries. And a rebound, they hand it to Booker, and she'll let everybody clear out. 3 on the way. Long no good, but Sanders there on the backside. Long too short, and Pegues snags the rebound. Great feed for Pegues, the miss. Jeffries gets it back, though. And it's out of bounds off of Germantown.
Jenkins did a good job of just walling up that time on defense.
Eason to Jeffries. Now Pegues. Feed inside, looking to post up Jeffries, who was posting up on the smaller Reagan Jordan. And Jordan picks up the foul, the freshman, her first. Olive Branch is led by as many as 9 to start this game. Under 5 to go now, first half. Pegues off the bounce, gets to the line. And the foul is going to be against Duran. So Duran and Rouser now, each with 2 fouls. So we'll see another substitution for Coach Glasgow. Pegues settles in and rattles that in. Lady Keystore's one of the better free throw shooting teams you'll see.
Oh, no doubt. You know, they have 4 starters that average in double figures. And then 11 of the 25 games this year, all 5 starters average double.
Wow. I mean, just tremendous balance from that group. Now, they play a lot of minutes, but they all contribute.
Right. And when you're that balanced, it's really hard to, well, you can't focus on just 1 or 2 players.
No question there. Booker's had a lot of help tonight. Trying to kick it out to Sanders and does. Gets it back. Fires up the 3 and she's way off at the moment. Clear out for Pegues. Pegues, great body control. Missed it, got it back. Threw it over the rim. Another miss inside and Booker boards it. Long pass. The touch across to Jenkins. Now Booker trying to get back up to her feet. Trying to go right back to Jenkins, couldn't. Picking up on the deflection is Baker. She just checked in. Spin move, Sanders. Missed the layup.
In and out.
Oh, the move was too good for a miss. A steal back by Germantown. Three. No, maybe had been partially blocked.
Substitution for Olive Branch, number 12, Sunday Cliff.
Getting set to check in here for Olive Branch is going to be Alyssa Brown. We have a timeout on the floor with 3:38 to go here in this first half. A 5-point lead for Olive Branch. Both teams struggling to make shots right now, but we'll talk about that in a moment as we take a look now at the championship game results. Here we are, closing in on the final 2. Boy, there have been some great ones. Biggersville makes Sports Center. Belmont over Kossuth in a nail-biter. St. Andrews goes back-to-back. Laurel gets their first ever title. There's a story everywhere. And how about Lanier on a year in which, for Lanier, there are a lot of people in and around them that maybe still don't have water from the ice storm. And yet they come in, put all of that aside, all the distractions of virtual learning and COVID-19, and they come out and dominate a very, very good Raymond team who was in a championship for the 5th straight year and win by 16.
And their head coach was in the hospital. They had an interim coach with Jonas James, but he's a good guy. He's a great coach.
Yeah, you had Coach Anderson and Coach James and that staff. Coach Clark in the hospitals you're mentioning. Just so many stories.
So when we talked about Booker earlier and mentioned that she was a 5-star recruit, I thought, Josh is going to ask me something about the stars, the five stars. So I made sure I looked it up. Okay. I figured you would ask something. For everyone, though, that comes from recruiting services, and the higher the number, the higher you're rated talent-wise. And it also mentioned in there about 5 things that sets 5-star people away from others. And those 5 things were this. They started training early. They're a student of the game. They believe that they're the best. They got that little swagger, you know.
Right.
They work harder than everybody else, and then they know how to handle pressure.
I like it.
Booker's got that little swag to her.
She really does. She really does. And as she learns how to continue to go to another level and continue to dial up that intensity in terms of the speed at which she plays, she's got the intensity. We saw the look. She was barking at her teammates that were not on the same page earlier, and they follow her lead. But she's just going to get better and better and better. TJ, you're talking about these 5 stars, and they're multiple on display this week, and just these big, long, athletic guards. I don't think I've ever seen so many 6'1" and taller guards that are underclassmen on the women's side. TJ, your thoughts on the 5 stars and these tall guards? What's your take?
Well, when you look at it, what I'm reminded of by Booker is I think of Victoria Vivians when she was one of the last really big recruits to come out of the state. And I was talking to Coach Glasgow before the game, and she said, yeah, they were both really talented, but Madison's more of a driver, Victoria was more of a shooter. But I just remember all those big moments that Victoria had here at the Big House, winning 2 state championships with Scott Central. And you know, it's just really fun to see that next wave of players come through and get their chance to make a moment here.
The next wave, but it's a bigger wave.
Oh, yeah. And then, you know, you have the 7th grader, Kelsey Andrews from Holmes, and then the 8th grade from Inglemoor, Macy Pfeiffer. You know, we've just got some great talent.
The Booker 3, that was a better attempt at it. An offensive rebound. Baker back to Booker, and she leans in and scores. Booker's got 4 now, and it's back to a 4-point game. Just 2:50 remaining in this first half. Lane was open. Sanders recovered to poke it away from behind. Jordan trying to feed the post, and quick hands inside by Trinity Please. Howell is back in, playing with 3 fouls now. A travel is called inside. Steps called. She was not expecting that help side defense.
Right. Coach Glasgow has on one of her lucky outfits today. Is the one she wore in the quarterfinals, and she said her assistants also wear some what they consider their lucky clothes.
Travel.
Sanders, it looked like Howell expected the charge to be called, and she got up in the air. She didn't hear the whistle, got up in the air and came down for a walk.
She froze, knowing that would have been her 4th.
Oh, that was Howell, excuse me.
Jumper good. Well, Booker's going to celebrate a little bit after that one. Shaking the defender out of her shoes. Poked away, stays in bounds. Booker on the run out, pulls behind the back with a crossover, and it went through Baker's hands. Pegues gets a steal. 1 on the world. Spin. It's going to be a blocking foul. Booker's trying to beg to get the 3rd put on Pegues. She's not going to win that argument. Sanders picks up her 1st. Pegues, that was a scary situation for Olive Branch fans because, as I mentioned, it was 1 on 3, 1 on the world. She only knows 1 speed, though. That's go. And she's fearless. No emotion, very stoic. Just goes about her business. She's 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight, and she's the first player tonight into double figures. Booker, the other superstar that had 24 in the semis, has got 6 tonight already. Jordan wildly scoops and misses.
Foul is on the Lady Keisters, number 23.
And the foul is on the Lady Keisters. Amaya Black, her second. 3 starters now with at least 2 fouls. Black, Pegues with 2, Howell with 3. And here is Jordan at the line, and the free throw is good. It has been a rough night for Jordan to start the game from the strike. That was her first make in 5 attempts, Coach. Second free throw, and it's now 1 for 6. And a nice save into the belly of Please, and here she comes. Booker wipes out, going for the steal.
Madison Booker, her first team night. At the line, number 12, Trinity Pledge.
This will put now at the line Trinity Please for the 1-and-1.
Checking in on the bridge.
Deja Jeffries getting set to check back in. Josh West, Gina Skelton, TJ Wary, Mark King, and our entire crew. Happy to have you with us here on a Saturday night. As we mentioned at the top, game 35 of 36. And what a week it has been. Another week full of memories. And after the year we've had in between last year's tournament and to get to this year's tournament, we are probably as thankful as we have ever been to get here. As Please makes it, it's back to a 4-point game. Stepping in the passing lane and getting a steal nearly was Please. Pegues picks it up and travels. Great hustle play and the outpouring of emotion from Jenkins. Coach, just how concerned were you that this season would even happen? Maybe
Very.
Late last summer.
Very. You know, and it, after we got shut down, you know, back in March, and then we didn't see our kids for several months.
First time in your career that's happened.
Yes.
Jordan, runner, good. If she gets going, that could be a big boost for Germantown. Jumper, little off balance miss. Pegues went up and Booker picks up the foul. And they're going to call a foul on Booker as she heads over to Coach Glasgow. Her second. Let's go back and see the bucket from Jordan. Smooth touch. I'll tell you, we had a pretty good angle on that poke away. Looked like it was all ball, but they teach you to slap up and not slap down.
That is correct.
For that very reason. It looks guilty.
It does.
Here is now Aaliyah Richmond in the game. Jeffries comes out. Free throw good. So 4 for 6 is Pegues. A 1-possession game. Booker finds the open shooter. Once again, it rims out. Booker slipping down. Fumbles it away. Oh, Olive Branch going to bail out the Mavs. That was Richmond, who could have just let that go, but she wanted a chance at a fast break the other way.
And for Olive Branch, 15, Ariel McKinney.
Here comes Ariel McKinney. Wide open inside, the catch, the shot, no. But Jenkins will have 2 free throws.
Number 23,
Foul is on Amaya Black, her third. So now Howell with 3, Black with 3, Pegues with 2. Is there a bigger stat in the ball game than the foul situation right now for Olive Branch?
Not at all. You know, and one of the things they talk about as far as winning a state championship, first of all, you got to get there. Then you do what you did to get there. You got to make your free throws, make your easy shots, and you got to stay out of foul trouble, at least your key players.
You just see the new philosophies. Both free throws miss. A tie-up. The arrow is with Germantown, who still has a chance to cut it to one or tie it. And I wish I had better news to report for Maverick fans. Free throw shooting. It has been tough here in the second quarter, to say the least. You'll squint when you look at the halftime stats. In this second quarter, Germantown just 1 for 6 from the free throw line.
Oh,
and a strip and a steal. Here comes Please. Sanders couldn't poke it away, didn't want to foul. Please gets the layup. Final 2 seconds ticking off the clock, and a heave will be nowhere close, and a travel is actually called on Booker as the half comes to a close. And Olive Branch, a 5-point lead, 25-20, but with serious foul trouble headed to the locker room. We've got an eye on TJ over on the sidelines. Coach Thompson